What is up, everybody? It's ADB95 and welcome to another match of the Hogs War Grunt League 2026. It's Bobby versus Honse. We're gonna play on Pitch Invasion, Canyon, and maybe Graveyard Shift. Now, Bobby is currently on 1 win and 1 defeat after 2 matches played, and Honse is on 0 wins and 2 defeats after 2 matches played, despite this being week 4. Round 4, technically. In the Swiss, that's because they both skipped 1 week, and this is probably going to affect the way that we have to make the leaderboard at the end. But to put it simply, Bobby's win makes him relatively safe right now, while Honse needs to win this match to be able to continue the tournament. We are with Bobby going first on Pitch Invasion. I didn't catch a glimpse of the lineups. Let's see. This is probably very limited. Okay, now he's fine. He backed up. Otherwise, it was going to smash into the pillar. Gets his air burst. Jumps down and collects the other one? Oh, no, he collects the health crate. I see the game skipping a little bit of frames, but we should be fine. I mean, I'm redubbing this half after it's been played, so there's no issues that will stop me from... I mean, this match is completed. That's the point. So we have Bobby with a pretty okay shot, all things considered. Manages to deal 38 with the airburst while standing on the pillar. Now let's see if Honse manages to replicate. Oh my god, there's a lot of skipping frames. This might be because of Louis' PC. He did mention that recording while playing did make his PC a little bit struggling. What is... Can you do that? I don't even know. I never tried. Did she deal any damage? I can't tell. And we won't be able to tell until Bobby or someone pans the camera towards that guy. Honse did deal 18 damage to herself. Okay, now I see that the video is probably gonna be like this the entire time. I'm sorry for the choppy frames. But on the other hand, this was played in a day where there were 3 matches happening in the same night in the span of like 2 hours. We had nobody to cover any of them, so it's a miracle that we even got the footage with, well, let's say minor problems like this one. Yeah, it definitely seems like the recording is skipping frames and not the game itself, which is good because it means that at least the gameplay was flawless for the players. Kind of important in a competitive tournament. Decent cluster from Bobby. Let's see Honse's. On the Grenadier itself. Okay, good decision in letting it roll after the first detonation, but unfortunately only gets a 12 from the fragments. Oh my god. My head hurts. Bobby is able to pick up the jetpack. The extra jetpack, I mean. That Pyra is now sporting 4. And I'm sorry, my mind is still on whether that first Para took damage from the bazooka from under the pillar. I am so curious to see whether that guy is on 150 or 110. Oh, good idea from Bobby here to try to get some extra damage, which he does get. With the death of that gunner. He was probably trying to stick him up on the hill, right next to the Grenadier. Slips down, but still gets 8. Oof. Jetpacks are not gonna be fun with this camera chopping. Well, for those watching, believe it or not, we had worse frame rates than this in a recording. Let's see. Downwards Bazooka, which is interesting to see in Grunt League, as always. Self-damage on the Grenadier. This could be an out-of-bounds kill. No, okay. Good, because I can't imagine it would have been easy for players hosted by nobody to apply the rule which requires you to rewind if that happens. Okay, if you got frame sickness, please look away for the turn of this gunner. Again, I'm trying not to even mention it too much, but it's hard. Let's see. Okay, simple gun, simple mortar. Relatively small distance mortar, probably not a setup shot, but still. Gets a 50. See, the replication from Honse, basically every single pig except the 2 involved in the pillar mystery on the other side of the map are grouping up here. This could be a complicated ordeal for Bobby, which has 2 pigs that are relatively close to each other. This mortar is very, very short, though, for Honse. But somehow still manages to deal kind of decent damage. 20 plus 20 plus 13, even though she also dealt... Oh, wait, no, 18 plus 13. Despite dealing 20 to herself. God damn it, we're able to see that guy's health. I'm so curious. I'm gonna just go ahead and say my guess is that he did not take damage, but I would be happy if I'm wrong, to be honest. Alright, Bobby lining up for trying to double poison. That's a good eye for a double, and that looks like a decent power, but no! Did he get 2 of his? I'm unsure on the first one. He definitely got the second pig of the Sky Blue team, but I'm not sure I saw the 15 on the first one. That is a very unlucky mistake for Bobby. Potentially 2 self-hits on the same poison. Okay, yes, he did take damage. Wow. Oh no! I was gonna say this guy Shogun was the pig that definitely did the best move, the best play in Honse's team. But now turn is interrupted by self-damage on a jetpack. Now to... Okay, no, the first pig was not... Wait, no, that's not the first pig. Let me see. Yes! Bobby hit 2 of his pigs on that poison. Wow. This could be a huge opportunity for Honse. Also, Louis in the comments, please tell me how it's pronounced. Is it Honse or Honse? Meanwhile, Bobby is setting up a very nice skip. Very good nerves from Bobby, despite the double self-hit on the poison. He did make use of the single enemy that he managed to hit. That's very strong mentally as a move. Oh, but At the same time, he positioned himself in kind of an annoying way, and this... let's see. Let me see if she's trying to hit the scout, maybe. Yes, that was a smart move. Damaging the scout, which is probably still in full health, is good for the economy of the match. As it would be probably not. Oh, but... that was a poison opportunity for Honse as well. All that was needed was... oh, wait! Bobby may about to do a mistake! Yes! Takes away the skip turn from Honse, does get extra damage from it, but at the same time... this is an opportunity for Honse. Because now she has 2 poisoned pigs that can be set up despite not having a scout in her team. The Grenadier will take a turn after a while. The Gunner is probably too high to be skipped now, but that's a huge opportunity for the late game. Oh, come on, use the airburst. You could kill this guy. Oh, yeah, I was afraid of that. Only 24, which, to be fair, still puts him under 1-hit range. So it's not a completely wasted shot. But there's also the problem that Bobby... I was gonna say, could try to set up this guy for a poison, but it's a Grenadier. I completely understand the decision to just go for a 20 jetpack to take him out of the match. Honse's team is now down to that pig on the other side, which I don't remember. It still is a para with, I think, 1 jetpack on 100 HP, and the guy that took the previous turn, which I don't remember what it is. Grenadier's down. Bobby still has all of his 5 pig. Oh, it's a Gunner. Bobby still has all of his 5 pigs, but they're not doing very well. The healthiest of the bunch is the scout. Oh, no! She forgot about the minefield. That's a 2nd mistake in a row from that paratrooper. Oh, this could be crucial. Honse was still in the match. And to be fair, it's not like it's over now after that mistake, but... let's see, can Bobby get some extra damage? I think he will. Only a 6, though. Deserved better. That was a very well-placed flamethrower. But now, this positioning is still an issue. This could spell disaster for Bobby. Let's see. That is a great opportunity for Honse. Paratrooper probably will die from this, and if Abraham gets a decent amount of damage, that's a setup for a skip when his next turn comes up. Oh, that's too low. That's too much. That's too much. But the para is on 3, so he's not dead, but that's... oh, but the Gunner did not receive enough damage. It's gonna be hard to make him skip on 69. That was crucial. That was crucial. And Honse overshot it a little bit. Ooh, that could be a death sentence for that paratrooper. But he's next, so... smart play by Bobby here. Decides to not go for the poison right away. And that's a very good 30. Because this guy is still in a is now in a very dangerous number, and he's not... He does not have the opportunity to sacrifice himself, as he would have probably had if Bobby had poisoned him. One thing is, I would definitely use this last jetpack that she has with that paratrooper. Hitting the scout, again, is a good move, because if she can take him out of the game, then this guy is not at risk of skipping anymore. But Scout's gonna need another hit. Oh, this guy still... Oh my god, this guy still has 3 HP and 2 airburst. There's potential for a crazy comeback if Honse managed to kill this guy and then make the Grenadier skip. Then she would be able to steal the airburst. That would be a crazy good comeback. Would need to deal 3 head jumps and then make the Grenadier skip, which is a very high level play, so it's not easy. But she's currently on a 5v1. Despite how this looks, it's not over, but it's very close to being over. I think the Grenadier's next, so that's a missed opportunity for a skip. Oh, but this looks good. Oh wait, a little overshot. Yeah, so you gotta take advantage of skip turns. This is how big of a deal that self-inflicted double poison was for Bobby. It could have very well lost him the game, but it looks like he's gonna be fine. Honse's last pig is now on 1-hit range. And Bobby still has 5 pigs. They're all fairly low in health. But it's a bit too late for this. I mean, again, if Honse managed to make the Grenadier skip, then do a Wonder Mortar on this guy to get a second skip, then it was definitely possible to win. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. This guy was next, so it's gonna be a bazooka, and unfortunately, despite not playing that bad, it's gonna be a survival bonus win unless this gunner on 5 HP somehow dies in the process. And I have to be honest, it's a bit of an unfair result for Honse, which, again, did not do that bad. But Bobby takes it home with a full team, although arguably not every single pig is not doing very well. But still, 5v0, and that's the first game to Bobby. Now, we're gonna take a little pause, and I think I remember the second map being Canyon, so I will see you guys there in a minute. And we're back. I was indeed right, the second map is Canyon. We have Honse with kind of a non-Canyon lineup, if I'm honest. Meanwhile, Bobby, very similar lineup though. I think they have the same pigs, just placed differently. Oh, and the score is still 1-0, but that's not on me, to be honest. But give me a second and I will fix it. Just need to do something real quick. Meanwhile, oh wait, they have gone back, what? Okay, they're starting the game, so don't mind me. I'm just doing my thing. Oops. That's not right. This might be more complicated than it looks like. Oh no. We have Honse going first right away, so that's good. She's traversing on the other side. Alright. Boom. Alright, there we go. We are now on Honse 0, Bobby 1. Or better yet, the opposite way, but you get the point. And we're back to choppy frames. I have to say, after a good start, after a rocky start, the rest of the first map was enjoyable in terms of footage. And in terms of gameplay, let's be honest. Very good start from Honse, very well placed TNT. Orderly gets a bonus damage of 16 from that swim. So 66 in total, yes. Wait, no. Yes, 26 extra damage, not 16, so 76 in total. And Bobby replies very smartly by making that sapper the new bodyguard of his medic. Or at least I'm assuming that's what he's trying to do. Oh, you gotta move away from there, Bobby. Being that close to your medic is going to be a bit of a problem. Yep. Bobby tends to be a little bit too risky with positioning, in my opinion. It is hard to make use of that bunch up with this guy, but the full cycle of pigs of Honse's team will probably have someone who can. Meanwhile, this para decides to invade. Now, at a high level, it's always a good debate whether it's a good idea to invade or not. A lot of players believe that it isn't. Oh no, that's too high, that's too high, it's gonna... Okay. Good on her to realize in time and just stop the power bar enough to at least deal some damage. Again, I'm very concerned about... that bunch up from Bobby. They both have an orderly, a medic in a kind of weird position. I don't remember who will go, which one will go first, but that is a great shot from Bobby. Puts the yellow medic in a very, very bad position, and it's not his turn yet, so it will get even worse, probably. Now, I don't know if this sniper rifle from this guy is just a safety measure to avoid throwing what would have been a very tough poison to throw, or if Honse just generally doesn't like poisoning pigs. But the point is, I am not criticizing that move. And again, a scout is not the best pig to deal with this situation over here for Bobby. I think I would not do this double just solely for the positioning issues that would emerge from it. You're placing a potential third pig next to the group, so I don't know, it's a risky one, and this is not gonna hit Shogun. Never mind. Okay, but it will not hit the second one, so I was at least partially right. It was not a double. The issue is that the most important pig to hit was probably the second one, was probably the medic, so I'm imagining that's why Bobby At least it seems like he was trying to give up the first target. But as I say that, Honse's medic just runs away instead of placing a heal on the just poisoned guy. Oh, she's mortaring. Now that's a tough shot, except when you have, especially when you have 4 seconds to aim it. That's way too much. That's a good missed opportunity for Honse, though. You have a medic. You could have healed. You could have tranquilized one of those of that group to potentially make them even closer and for a longer time. Oh, wait, what? Bobby... Wait, how much is this guy on? Because I think I honestly lost track. Bobby is doing head jumps, probably to set up a skip, but he's losing a ton of health in doing that. And also making the camera fucking freak out. Which is not helping with the recording, but that's not Bobby's fault, of course. Yeah, this move was a little bit too hasty for Bobby. He wanted to set up that skip. Now that the medic cannot stop it. Oh, that was a good shot as well. If that was a mortar or a bazooka, it would have been a very good hit. But the grenade of the grenade launcher just rolls away and deals no damage. Now, again, Honse has a pretty clear shot to not only deal great damage, but also avoid that skip, so... Oh my god, that looks juicy. Please just tap it. Please just tap it. I want to see this shot happen. Please just tap it. She's going... Wait, no, she's going for the one in front of her? She is. Okay. Okay, I have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed, because the group down here was a gigantic opportunity. A gigantically better target. Again, not to be too harsh on a new player. Nobody wants to be that guy. But I'm just saying, it would have been a very nice explosion slash destruction to see. Bobby still thinking about his rifle burst or tranquilizer. No tranquilizer used so far from either of the medics. And Honse just has to skip this turn, unfortunately. Despite being in front, looking at the bar, I just took a peek of that. Imagine she had dealt that insane amount of damage and also potentially killed the medic, because he was on 64. Would have needed a perfect shot to do it, but... maybe she just wasn't feeling confident with... a drop-down shot, because I have noticed that every single one of her bazooka slash airburst shots are direct hits. Horizontal bazookas or whatever. She had that opportunity with the airburst in the previous game that she did not take horizontally, and she overshot it, unfortunately. Wow, that is a very good show of Bobby's experience. Definitely thought it was a mistake when he released that jetpack so high. But then he touched the floor... yes, the floor. The ground with like 2 seconds and was just quick enough to grab the cattle prod and deal 25. Let's see. This guy for Honse still has a jetpack. He should probably use it. Although his health is not too low, so he maybe will have another turn. Okay. Seems a bit too high to me. Okay, never mind. Now it should be good. Probably not too full... no, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, probably don't go full power, She did not, and it was still low. It was still long. I would have to look at the bar to say if Honse's health is still higher than Bobby's. Let's see Bobby's mortar prowess. It certainly did not change. That's a 50, although 16 to his own guy, but I don't think he cares about that. Would have been a bunch up if Kendo wasn't moving right now. Which is unfortunate, because otherwise that mortar would have reached legendary status even. If the bar popped up, I missed it, so please show it to me again, game. Let's see, who is Bobby looking for? Ooh, that's a tough decision. I think I know what he wants to do. He wants to throw a poison at the 150 HP gunner. Would be a massive hit to Honse's possibilities to win this match. That's an optical illusion right there. They're not as close as they look like, I think. Oh, that's a miss! Okay, they were close, but surely the orderly is gonna move away now. And this guy still has his tranquilizer, by the way. Oh my god. Really? I mean, it's fun to have a mortar showdown in this map, but... Also, she's still close to the scout. Definitely need to work on the positioning. It's still too long, in my opinion. Okay, maybe now it's better. Maybe still a bit too long. It's gonna be nothing, unfortunately. Still a tiny bit too long. Again, would have been a very good hit if she managed to hit that guy, because the crate was next to him, which would have exploded. Extra damage. And so far, again, not to be harsh, but this has been the festival of missed opportunity for Honse, unfortunately. Bobby is definitely leaving more openings than he usually does. Ooh, an indirect 50 with the shrapnel. Which is what happens when you don't hit the head of the pig as you should with a shrapnel for massive damage, but you still get one lucky hit from the fragments, and that's what I personally call an indirect 50. I use a funnier word in Italian, but there's not a direct translation in English, so can't exactly translate it for you. That is a much better mortar, and that will deal extra damage. The crate somehow did not explode, despite getting a direct 20 with one of the fragments on top of it. But, oh yes, because of the terrain. The first explosion was too low, it dealt nothing to the crate. That is unlucky, because it would have taken away 10 mortar crate from Bobby, and would have definitely dealt an extra, like, 15, probably, to both of the pigs next to that crate. Alright, let's see. Can we see maybe Tranquilizer now? Across the map Tranquilizer. Let's see if Bobby can do what is the closest thing to a trick shot. that he will probably have the chance to do today. It was a bit too high and Tranquilizer misses. Okay. That crate has finally been collected, and by Honse. Incredibly. Oh, come on, get a double hit. Come on, get a double hit, please. I'm rooting for this double hit. Oh my god! Yes! I was afraid of the timer! She managed to shoot right at the probably last frame, if not last, like, 2 or 3. And it was just enough power on the power bar to hit the medic directly and get the para down as well. That was a very good hit. And now Honse has decent chances to win this map. Oh. Let's see, maybe Bobby is feeling a little bit of the pressure right now. Well, that may have been because of the choppy frames, but we didn't see the weapon menu. We didn't even see the weapon menu on that one. What? Okay, that was funny as well. We didn't see the paratrooper go down to the choppy frames. Okay, now please move this guy away. What the... Was that a 360? That's a hit. Paratrooper down to 64. These two guys are still close to each other. I hope that Bobby will get a chance to capitalize on that. And I think he's gonna have to do it with this guy. Man, this recording does not like Canyon. It's dropping way more frames than on Pitch Invasion! Oof, that was risky, but a good move from Bobby. He drops below poison range. Gets to the other side. Let's see. He can see the medic. He cannot see the scout, but that looks like a decent hit. Yes, it is! 27, 21, plus 20 and 9. Kendo is now on 22 HP. But he's still alive. Honse still has a chance to use the tranquilizer. She doesn't have a target for it though, because both of the pigs at the bottom are lower than 20, and that is another very good reason why Bobby dropped his health below 20. Yeah, doesn't have a target for it. Should have used it earlier. Oh, but that's a good move. I completely forgot she could do that. So, maybe this gives her a chance to have another turn with maybe higher health than 25, so she can cross over and use the tranquilizer. Good thinking from Honse. It is crazy, now that I look at the minimap, that both of the maps played so far have been pretty much open until the very end. The very last few, like, 5 turns or something. And yet, Honse still has to kill a single pig of Bobby's team. I guess it just goes to show you how tactical this game is. Surely it looks like at least one of the Sky Blue pigs will die in this map, because there is just too many that are low. I refuse to believe that Bobby gets another survival bonus, although that's another very good hit. Ooh! Scout is still not wet. I didn't find a better way to convey that message. That's crucial. We don't know how much he's on, and Honse does not show it. Now, I know how tantalizing that kill is, but it would probably be a good idea to not hit that guy now. And go for someone else. Let's see, that seems a bit too low. Yes, it's a self-hit. Unfortunately, once again, we see that that Honse is absolutely not comfortable with any kind of drop-down shot. And ironically, this was a turn where a straight shot to one of the other two guys up here would have been a better move, in my opinion. Okay, so I kind of remember everyone was Bobby's pig's health. Scout on the corner to the left now is on 52. Oh, the scout is alive! He's on 9! Bobby probably didn't know his health. Poison would be very, very good. But again, I think Honse is just not comfortable with poison either. I will say the 40 also makes some sense. Still dropping every single pig of Bobby on low HP, but not a single kill. That is insane. That is just statistically ridiculous. Like, even if you're actively trying to do that, it's hard to make it happen. Oh, there's no way you get 9 head jumps on this guy. Even on across multiple turns, although somehow Bobby has found a place where he can head jump him, despite the medic being on 5 HP. Wow. That is impressive. Oh! But manages to heal the 40 that the scout just dealt. Oh, but the orderly is still up here, and he can use... Oh no, he can use the tranquilizer now on the guy that was just healed. Potentially. If Bobby had not healed, this guy would have still not had a target, except for the guy on the top of the mountain. That's the... Oh wait, no, there's a scout too. There's the scout in the corner too. Now, will Honse do something about the Trank? I don't think so. It doesn't look like she will. She's trying to drop a mortar in the center there. Now, if she gets a double kill on the other two, the death of her scout is... Oh. I hope that was a miss because she thought about it too hard and not because of a missed input or a disconnection or something. Again, this is a pre-recorded match, so I'm assuming everything was fine. Yeah, I was saying, even if the mortar drops dead in the center there, 2 deaths for Bobby and 1 death for Honse would still be worth the shot, in my opinion. The bar says yellow is still in front. Thanks mainly to this guy, probably. Still on 110. But he drops down now. Drops down now. What is she doing? Like, I'm actively confused. Actually, not actively. She's trying to hit the gunner, maybe? Wait, what? I am so confused. I mean, that's a kill. The first kill of the game for Honse. But it's also a self-kill that was absolutely not needed. She had at least another 2 targets to hit. Oh, is Bobby gonna try the flamethrower? I think it's a little too far away from the water to deal a good amount of damage. Yeah, now I see that Bobby is definitely ahead. All of his pigs are on unfortunate numbers for Honse, which is just right above 2-hit range. Except for this guy on 12. Unless something happened that makes her gain a turn, quote-unquote, in that regard. Like that, for example. Is Bobby trying to, like, get a... Oh, he gets a 70! Gets a 70, even manages to explode his own pig. But that is, despite the fact that he killed a non-poisoned pig. Oh, wow. Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. That is the winning shot. Well, that is a win for Bobby. That is 100% a win for Bobby. Kendo drops dead center of the river and drops to 23 HP. Bobby Scout is next. I think it's game over. Gunner is down from 110 to 21 in a single turn. To 31, sorry, in a single turn. Honse is still trying to so bad to heal him, but she fails twice and the turn is over. Very, very unfortunate. I want to say that Honse had multiple opportunities to make moves that would have won her the game. But right now, I don't see a way Bobby loses this. So, oh, wow. Bobby decides to finish it like this. Very, very good move. Very, very funny shot from Bobby. GG to both. This was an entertaining match. I am not being sarcastic when I say that. But that is a 2-0 for Bobby, which drops... Well, not drops him. Makes him jump to 2 wins, 1 defeat, while Honse gets her 3rd defeat and is officially out of the tournament. Now, the situation is a little bit more complicated for those who are still on, for those who have won 1 match, because of the fact that we dropped to 15 players, stuff like that. But yeah, her and Raven Crown, who are on 0-3, are definitely out. Now, small disclaimer, they have played map 3, but with the choppy footage and the fact that I'm commentating alone, I don't feel like continuing because it's kind of getting to my head. So I will stop here and not show you the 3rd map, which I forgot which one it is. Oh, it's Graveyard Shift, so it's not even that interesting. Sorry, again, the choppy footage is getting to me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next match. Bye.